Some souls, from the very moment they arrive on this earth, carry a strange and haunting ache, a silent longing for a home they cannot name. Success, love, even the warmest human connections seem unable to fill the quiet emptiness that lingers within. Where does this deep sense of not belonging come from? According to the extraordinary revelations of Edgar Cayce, the answer may be far more astonishing than you imagine. Not all souls are native to this planet. Some have traveled from distant realms beyond the stars, bringing with them memories, energies, and missions that Earth alone cannot explain. Today, we will explore 5 powerful reasons why you may feel that this world is not your true home, and how Cayce's insights reveal the hidden story of souls who walk among us, forever remembering a distant origin beyond the veil of earthly life. In his many trance readings, Edgar Cayce spoke of a truth that challenges the very foundations of how we view the soul's journey. Not all souls originated on Earth. According to Cayce, some souls first awakened in distant star systems, places like Arcturus, the Pleiades, and Sirius, long before Earth became a habitable world. These souls, often called wanderers or star travelers, lived in realms where spiritual development, not material survival, was the central focus. When the call went out across the cosmos to assist in the growth of consciousness on Earth, many of these souls answered, willingly incarnating into human form to aid in the planet's spiritual evolution. Cayce revealed that these starborn souls brought with them ancient wisdom, a profound sensitivity to energy, and a deep alignment with universal laws of love, balance, and cooperation. Their mission was noble: to help humanity rise beyond violence, materialism, and separation, guiding the Earth toward a greater awakening. However, the dense energies of physical existence, the pull of fear, and the long cycles of karmic entanglement often cause these souls to forget their true origins. Reincarnated into human bodies and surrounded by a world very different from the harmonies they once knew, many fell into the same struggles, confusions, and limitations that affect all earthly souls. This forgetting was not a punishment, but part of the necessary process of growth. Earth's challenges offered even the oldest souls opportunities to refine their compassion, patience, and humility. Yet, even in the midst of daily life, many starborn souls carry a lingering sense of displacement. They feel an almost aching nostalgia for something just out of reach, a home they cannot find on any map, a community they cannot locate among earthly peoples. Cayce explained that this feeling is not an illusion. It is a genuine memory buried deep within the soul's consciousness. These souls often experience life differently than those who have spent all their incarnations within Earth's cycle. There is a sensitivity to suffering, a yearning for unity, and an inner resistance to the harshness and conflicts that seem so ingrained in human society. They may struggle with feelings of alienation, depression, or a subtle but persistent sense that no amount of worldly success will ever truly satisfy their deepest longings. Relationships, careers, even spiritual paths may feel incomplete because they are not simply seeking external achievements. They are seeking a reconnection with their soul's true vibration. Cayce also indicated that many of these souls are drawn instinctively to fields of healing, teaching, creativity, and spiritual leadership. Their innate gifts often shine through in their empathy, their visionary thinking, and their ability to inspire others. Yet at the same time, their differences can make them feel isolated or misunderstood, especially in a world that often values conformity over authenticity. This sense of alienation can be further intensified by the unconscious memories of the peaceful civilizations from which they originated. Whether the gardens of the Pleiades, the luminous temples of Sirius, or the higher vibrational fields of Arcturus, these worlds operated on principles of harmony, collective growth, and service to the greater good. Earth, with its wars, inequalities, and emphasis on materialism, can feel jarring and even traumatic to those who remember a different way of existence in their spiritual DNA. Yet Cayce was clear: these souls chose to come here. Their presence is not an accident, but a conscious offering of service and sacrifice. Even though the forgetting weighs heavily, even though the journey is hard, their very existence on Earth weaves threads of light into the fabric of humanity's evolution. They are the healers, the dreamers, the visionaries, and the quiet ones who hold open a portal to a higher reality. Understanding this larger context helps explain why so many people feel a powerful but undefinable disconnection from the world around them. It is not a flaw or a failing. It is the soul remembering, dimly but insistently, that it once knew another way of being, and that it came here with a purpose far greater than it yet fully understands. The key is not to retreat from the earthly experience, but to embrace it with the wisdom and compassion carried across the stars, fulfilling the mission that brought them here at the dawn of time. Among the most profound signs that a soul may not be originally from Earth is the experience of a deep, unexplainable longing, a persistent ache that no earthly success, relationship, or achievement seems to satisfy. Edgar Cayce often spoke of this phenomenon in his readings, describing it as the soul's distant memory of another home, one not found on this planet. It is a feeling that transcends nostalgia. It is an inner call, a silent yearning for something both intimately familiar and impossibly out of reach. Those who carry this hidden remembrance often report a lifelong sense of searching. They move through life with an almost constant feeling that something essential is missing, though they may not be able to articulate what it is. This longing is not merely for a different place, but for a different kind of existence, an existence marked by harmony, understanding, and spiritual unity. No matter how much they achieve in material terms, the soul's deeper hunger remains unsatisfied, whispering that its true home lies somewhere beyond the stars. Cayce explained that for many souls who originated from other realms, places like the Pleiades, Sirius, or Arcturus, this feeling is a natural byproduct of their ancient memories. Although the conscious mind forgets past realities at birth, the deeper layers of the soul retain impressions of the worlds where it first awoke to consciousness. These memories are not always specific or visual. More often, they are emotional impressions, echoes of environments where love and light formed the very fabric of existence, where the idea of conflict or separation was unknown. On Earth, where duality, struggle, and material concerns dominate much of life, these souls often feel disoriented. They may find themselves searching for a home they have never seen, a community that mirrors the spiritual bonds they instinctively remember. Even when surrounded by loved ones, a part of them feels alone, as if a vital connection is missing. This disconnect can lead to periods of melancholy, existential questioning, or a restless urge to keep moving, seeking, hoping to stumble upon the missing piece. This form of homesickness, Cayce suggested, is not a flaw, but a sign of the soul's depth. It is a reminder that the soul's true nature is not bound by any single planet, nation, or lifetime. It has journeyed across dimensions, carrying the imprints of higher realities where love was unconditional, knowledge was shared freely, and all beings were seen as expressions of the same divine source. Remembering this at a subconscious level, even dimly, naturally leads to a longing that no earthly substitute can fully satisfy. For many, this longing becomes a catalyst for spiritual awakening. It pushes them to explore beyond the surface of life, seeking meaning in ancient teachings, meditation, inner exploration, and service to others. It invites them to look within, where the memory of their true home still flickers like a sacred flame. Cayce emphasized that this search is not futile. It is the soul's own path toward reintegration with its divine origins. The feelings of not belonging are not punishments. They are invitations to remember who they are and why they came here. Over time, as these souls embrace their unique inner call, they begin to find ways to bridge the distance between the world they walk and the world they remember. They become bridges themselves, beacons of compassion, wisdom, and unconditional love in a world that desperately needs it. Though they may never fully silence the ache for a lost home, they learn that home can also be built here, through the acts of kindness, healing, and truth that bring the vibration of the stars to the soil of Earth. Thus, the unexplainable longing many feel is not a mistake or a sign of weakness. It is a sacred thread, connecting the soul to its true lineage, reminding it of a time, a place, and a state of being where it first learned to shine. In honoring that longing, rather than denying it, the soul moves closer to fulfilling the very mission it chose before taking form in this world: to bring a touch of that ancient light into the heart of humanity. Beyond the silent longing for a distant home, Many souls with star origins also experience another profound sensation, the persistent feeling of not belonging. Even when surrounded by friends, family, or community, there is a quiet but unshakable sense of being different, of standing slightly apart from the world they inhabit. Edgar Cayce described this as a natural experience for souls who first awakened on other planes of existence. Their essence, shaped by realms where cooperation, peace, and spiritual unity were the norm, carries vibrations that often clash with the dense, fragmented energy of earthly life. For these souls, no matter how deeply they love or how sincerely they try to integrate, there remains a part of them that feels alien to this world. It is not arrogance or a belief in superiority, but a deep awareness that their values, sensitivities, and ways of seeing life are fundamentally different. They may intuitively sense the hidden emotions of others, recoil from dishonesty, or find it difficult to understand the competitiveness and divisions that so often shape human society. This feeling of foreignness can be confusing and painful, especially in early life when the need to belong is strongest. Yet, according to Cayce, it is a powerful indicator of a soul that carries the memory of a higher way of being. Along with this feeling of displacement comes a natural rejection of many of Earth's dominant social norms. Souls with star origins often find themselves inwardly resisting the cycles of aggression, materialism, and competition that pervade much of human culture. Violence, whether physical, verbal, or systemic, strikes them as deeply unnatural. The endless pursuit of wealth, status, and power seems hollow, disconnected from the deeper truths they instinctively remember. Even from a young age, these souls may question the values promoted by society, feeling drawn instead to ideals of compassion, service, creativity, and spiritual growth. Cayce explained that this rejection of Earth's harsher aspects stems from the soul's original alignment with universal laws of harmony and love. In the higher realms from which they came, souls lived by principles of mutual respect, shared knowledge, and collective evolution. Conflict and competition were either unknown or viewed as immature stages of growth. Thus, when such souls incarnate into a world where separation and survival often dominate, the dissonance is felt not just intellectually, but at the core of their being. This can lead to a deep inner conflict. On one hand, there is a desire to participate in the world, to contribute and find a place within it. On the other, there is a persistent discomfort, a resistance to compromising their inner values for the sake of fitting in. Some souls may feel torn between the pull of earthly life and the call of their inner knowing. They may experience periods of depression, frustration, or even anger, wondering why they find it so hard to adapt when others seem so at ease with the ways of the world. Yet Cayce taught that this very discomfort is part of the soul's mission. It is not here to lose itself in the world's illusions, but to help transform them. By holding on to its inner truth, even in the face of misunderstanding or isolation, the star-born soul acts as a quiet catalyst for change. Its presence alone can inspire others to question, to seek deeper meaning, to remember that love and unity are more natural than fear and division. Over time, as these souls mature and deepen their connection to their higher purpose, they often find paths that allow them to express their true nature. Many are drawn to healing professions, creative arts, teaching, activism, or spiritual leadership. They are not here to escape the earth, but to bring a different light into its darkest corners. Their sense of being different is not a weakness to be hidden, but a gift to be shared. Thus, the feeling of not belonging and the inner rejection of Earth's more destructive tendencies are not signs of failure. They are sacred indicators that the soul carries within it the memory of higher worlds and the blueprint for a better way of being. By honoring these feelings and living in alignment with their deepest truths, these souls fulfill the silent promises they made long ago, to be bearers of love, unity, and hope in a world still learning to remember its own divine origins. Beyond the longing for another home and the quiet resistance to Earth's harsher ways, there are even more intimate signs that a soul may carry origins from beyond this world. One of the clearest indicators, described in Edgar Cayce's readings, is the presence of a unique vibrational energy. Souls with extraterrestrial origins often move through the world with a different frequency, subtle but unmistakable to those attuned to such things. They seem to carry an innate softness, a depth of presence, or a sensitivity that goes beyond ordinary human experience. This energy is not always dramatic. It manifests in quiet ways, a calming effect on others, an ability to heal with words or touch, or an intuitive sense of truths that others struggle to see. These individuals frequently possess heightened empathic abilities, sometimes from an early age. They may feel the emotions of others as if they were their own, sometimes to overwhelming degrees. Crowded places or environments heavy with conflict can be difficult for them to endure. Their nervous systems seem tuned to pick up on the subtleties of thought and emotion that others miss. Cayce explained that this heightened sensitivity is not a flaw, but a vestige of the refined energetic systems developed in higher realms, worlds where communication was often telepathic and where emotional and spiritual resonance formed the basis of relationships. Along with empathy, many of these souls possess natural intuitive or healing gifts. Without formal training, they may instinctively know how to comfort, guide, or restore balance in those around them. Some are drawn to energy healing, holistic medicine, or creative arts that channel unseen energies into the physical world. Their presence alone often brings peace, even if they do not fully understand why. These qualities can make them appear unusual or enigmatic to others, further reinforcing the feeling of being different. Yet these gifts are not accidents. They are the soul's ancient tools, carried forward through countless lifetimes to serve a higher mission. Another profound sign lies in the experiences of dreams, visions, or sudden memories that seem to come from nowhere. Many star-born souls report vivid dreams of landscapes, cities, or beings that bear no resemblance to anything on Earth. They may dream of floating cities of light, endless oceans under unfamiliar skies, or advanced civilizations where thought and spirit weave reality itself. Sometimes these visions are so powerful that they leave a lasting emotional imprint, a feeling of homesickness more acute than anything triggered by earthly places. In some cases, these memories surface spontaneously during waking hours, moments of intense déjà vu, fleeting impressions of standing under foreign stars, or a deep, visceral knowing that they once lived in a world very different from this one. Cayce taught that such experiences are not mere imagination or fantasy. They are authentic echoes of the soul's real journey, fragments of memory retained despite the natural amnesia that comes with incarnation. These glimpses serve as reminders of the soul's broader heritage and hint at the vastness of its true identity. Sometimes these dreams and visions also come with a sense of mission or purpose. Souls may feel an urgency they cannot explain, a drive to help, to heal, to teach, or to awaken others. They may carry an unshakable belief that there is more to reality than what is seen, and a responsibility to assist in humanity's spiritual evolution. This inner call often grows louder with time, pushing the soul to seek, to learn, and ultimately to step into its role as a bridge between worlds. Cayce emphasized that these memories and energies are not meant to separate the soul from earthly life, but to enrich it. They are tools, reminders, and inspirations to live more fully, more consciously, and with greater compassion. The very qualities that make these souls feel different are the qualities most needed to heal and uplift the world. Thus, the presence of a unique energetic vibration and the spontaneous surfacing of memories from other worlds are not accidents or signs of delusion. They are sacred evidence of a soul's ancient and noble journey, a journey that spans stars and dimensions, woven together by the eternal thread of purpose and love. Recognizing and embracing these signs allows the soul not only to remember who it truly is, but to fulfill the destiny it chose long ago, to bring a piece of the stars to earth and to awaken the divine light within all beings. No matter where a soul's journey began, whether in the distant fields of Arcturus, the shining halls of Sirius, or the gentle gardens of the Pleiades, its presence on earth holds a sacred purpose. Edgar Cayce taught that incarnation is never random. Each soul, regardless of its cosmic origin, comes to this world not by accident or punishment, but by profound choice. The earth, with all its struggles and contradictions, offers a unique and powerful opportunity for growth, learning, and service unlike any other realm in the cosmos. The soul's ultimate aim, as Cayce explained, is always evolution, a deepening of love, a sharpening of wisdom, a greater alignment with the divine creative forces that shape all life. Earth, despite its imperfections, provides a rare and fertile ground for this work. Here, in the presence of free will, challenges, and forgetfulness, the soul can choose to love where love is not guaranteed, to create peace in a world torn by conflict, and to remember unity in a realm defined by separation. These choices, made freely and courageously, forge a strength and clarity of spirit that could not be achieved in the effortless harmony of higher worlds. For those souls who feel alien here, who carry the persistent ache of "I do not belong," this very discomfort is not a flaw but a clue to their deeper calling. The longing for another home is a whisper from the soul's own memory, but it is also an invitation to weave that memory into the fabric of Earth itself. Each act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every effort to bring healing and understanding plants seeds of higher consciousness in the soil of human life. The soul's difference, its refusal to fully adapt to the harsher ways of the world, is not a burden but a beacon, guiding others toward what is possible beyond fear and division. Cayce emphasized that the souls who came from distant realms did so out of love. They answered a call not merely to observe, but to participate, to bring the light of their origins into a world struggling to remember its own divine nature. Even though the journey is difficult, even though the soul may at times forget who it truly is, the purpose remains written in its very being, to help Earth ascend, one act of love at a time. This mission is not about grand gestures or the need for recognition. It unfolds in the quiet choices of daily life. The choice to forgive rather than resent, to uplift rather than tear down, to seek truth rather than succumb to fear. Through these simple but profound acts, the soul fulfills its highest destiny, reconnecting Earth with the cosmic family of light to which it ultimately belongs. Thus, feeling alien, different, or longing for another world is not a mistake. It is the soul's own way of remembering its true home while embracing its chosen work here. Earth is not a prison. It is a sacred field where seeds of the stars are sown. Every soul that carries the memory of higher realms brings with it the possibility of transformation, not only for itself, but for all of humanity. In the end, the journey of the soul across the stars and through the corridors of Earth is not about escape, but about expansion. It is about bringing the beauty, love, and wisdom of distant worlds into the present moment, into every heart and every life touched by our presence. It is about embodying the truth that no matter how far we travel, no matter how strange the worlds we visit, we are all threads of the same divine tapestry, destined to weave new patterns of light wherever we go. And so, to all who feel the ache of distant homes, who carry the quiet burden of remembering, know this: you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are a bridge between worlds, a living flame of ancient stars, and your very being is a gift to the Earth. Walk gently, shine bravely, and trust that in every act of love you are fulfilling the sacred purpose that called you here long before memory began. Do you believe in the rebirth of souls? Write in the comments. Dear friends, if you liked this video, please like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.